this headache, and let's talk about Drake. Because the Karen is Karening with these shenanigans. So, not like us, right now, maybe the song of the year. And I'm really looking forward to Kendrick winning a couple of Grammys off the back of that song, as well as him performing it at the Bowl during the halftime next month. But isn't it anti-Semitic dig at Drake? Well, apparently this is what he's saying. So recently, Drake withdrew, his controversial pre-action petition against UMG and Spotify, which he filed back in December of last year. He accused the companies of artificially boosting Kendrick Lamar's hit diss track Not Like Us, alleging that UMG could have prevented its release and more. This unsurprisingly earned mixed reactions from social media users and its peers, but quickly the Toronto rapper made his intentions clear. Now, on January 15th, he filed an official lawsuit against UMG for intentionally spreading the false and malicious narrative that he's a pedophile. This is far from the only allegation the suit contains, however. Drake also suggests that Not Like Us is allegedly, now this is where I had the cackle of all cackles. He said it's anti-Semitic. Oh, so now because you have Jewish, you want to sit up in here and use that as a narrative to get your argument. And I feel like Drake, Aubrey, Drizzy, sir, like bright. I don't know, me being a mixed race, I can say all this shit. The more you push forward with this, the more stupid you sound and the more credibility you lose in hip hop. People are already clowning you, looking at you as a colonizer, a hip hop colonizer, someone who is not of the community. And I think that is what Drake is looking at, is that like you are not a real one in regards to hip hop. Like when you look at people like a Kendrick Lamar, like a Biggie, like a Tupac, like a Nas, a Jay-Z, a lot of those artists, those are people that literally came from the streets and made something of themselves. You were somebody who was on a teen soap opera, who jumped into the hip hop space. And that's great if that's what you want to do, but you should own up to the type of genre of music that you do. And hip hop is not a monolith. You do pop music in a hip hop space, and you have millions of fans around the world. So you're an international pop star who cosplays as a rapper. And that's what people was kind of looking at it as. And nobody's discrediting what you do. Like you do your little sing raps and all that other stuff, and you've been able to monetize and make that, even though there was other people doing that before him. But you were able to take that kind of genre and style and you mainstreamed it. And so when you try to come out like you was, remember when MC Hammer tried to go hard and do pumps and a bump? Yeah, I'm taking y'all back to the 90s. And people side on like, is this? Because we know Please Hammer don't hurt him. We know Can't Touch This. We know all those songs. But who is this all of a sudden now? Because gangster rap is becoming this thing. Now you trying to jump on the whole gangster rap bandwagon. It's like, yeah, you was from the hood, but this ain't you. Like, we not buying into this because this is not what you gave us from the beginning. And it's like that with Drake. Like, he was trying to come across like he was this hard ass, and it's like, sir, that's not you. People could see through it. Like, you look like a dork who was trying to get that hip hop credibility. And for the most part, you got it. But yeah, people was around here looking at it as like, you're not a colleague, but an effing colonizer. But Drake, let's not try to act like that you wasn't out here saying no shady stuff towards Kendrick. You literally came out here in your song, your diss track, and said he was a woman beater. You also said that he was molested. So you could say Kendrick was molested, but I can't call you a PDF file when you kind of put these things out here yourself, sliding into young girls' DMs, including Millie Bobby Brown, who's happily married to John Bon Jovi's son. But nevertheless, remember, once upon a time, you slid up in that girl DMs and she wasn't of age. And then all these little rumors that was coming out that you was making things extra special for the young girls. So if you wasn't out here putting this kind of narrative into the streets and into what you was doing, then this would not be ammunition for Kendrick to use against you. You can't poke, and I'm tired of having to say this, but I feel like I got to say this every time. You can't poke the bear and then tell the bear how angry to get. And Kendrick was that bear that you poked and provoked. And you think with all your money and all this, the way that you help UMG and all these other people make so much money was going to protect you. So now you get in your Karen bag and you pulling this. Now you trying to sit up here and say that what Kendrick said about you was anti-Semitic. He didn't call you no derogatory word. He didn't call you the K word. He didn't call you any kind of Jewish slur. So I don't know where you getting all this from. Where he's like, yeah, you're not a part of the community. And some people feel that way. So now you feeling salty. Now you look dumb. Because I grew up in a time in hip hop where if there was any kind of beef with a rapper, you took it to the you didn't well, some of them did go a little too far and take it to the streets and started pounding at each other, hence the whole Biggie Tupac situation, East Coast West Coast situation. But in the midst of all of that, they did take their beefs and their fight and all the other stuff on wax. They went after each other. Tupac said he slept with Faith Evans, Biggie's wife at the time. Biggie came out with Who Shot Ya? Then you had LL Cool J out here windmilling a lot of people. He was another one that was battle rapping with a lot of artists growing up. Then of course we had Ether, where where Nas basically dragged, you know, Jay-Z by his throat. I would have said by his scalp. He had no hair at the time. He had like that tight fade. So we had him by the throat, dragged him across, that New York City concrete where all the dreams are made of, apparently, according to Alicia and Jigga. I was going to call him Joe Camel, but I was trying to be nice, but whatever. I already said it. It is what it is. So this case is so stupid. It really is. Like, you look like a straight up dummy with all of this. Like, you mad because the song is hot and people love it. It has nothing to do with UMG and Spotify. It has to do with the people like the song. And then on top of that, he's mad because Kendrick did not copyright the song, so that way people can go on social media and comment on it. Like Kai Cenat and a lot of the, the influencers who are on social media who are like playing the hip hop space. And they reacted to the song. It wasn't just them, it was just regular commentators who were out here doing it as well. So I don't understand why, he's just so mad because, people are making fun of me. Like, you're acting like a baby. Like, you're 30-something years old. I think he's in his 30s. He is giving me, he's 30, 31, early 30s. You're acting like a freaking sore loser and a baby. And I feel like these lawsuits are just going to make things worse. And it basically, I feel like, in my opinion, hurts your credibility even more. So I guess that's all I got to say on that. So I wonder, I do wonder from y'all, what do you guys think of this story? Do you think Drake is looking like boo the damn fool with his latest allegations that Kendrick is being anti-Semitic in his in his Not Like Us single, which I don't know. Really hope you got a good chiropractor for that reach you just did, sir. Because this what you grasp for that to try to make this lawsuit more valid, but you coming off looking even more like a dummy. I just don't know. You just giving me dummy tea. So whatever your thoughts are, everybody, let me know in the comments down below.